Well, the Duchess of Sussex has celebrated her 44th birthday with her lifestyle brand, As Ever, marking the occasion with a post celebrating the woman behind it all. Who wrote this?
Nice. For a full royal report, let's bring in royal correspondent and author Juliet Reedon, live from Sydney. Juliet, always great to chat. So Meghan didn't receive any well wishes from the royal family. That's probably not surprising. But she did pay tribute to herself?
Well, yes, you know, it was a public post from Meghan's own As Ever lifestyle brand, a photo of a smiling Meghan Markle and the, you know, the caption celebrating the woman behind it all, raising a glass, happy birthday to our founder. Bit of a pat on her own back there. And you're right, of course, no messages from members of the royal family. This is public messages, of course. We have no idea whether there were private wishes sent. In the past decade, we've increasingly seen the royal family swap messages on social media. But of course, those messages are done by the royal comms teams back in the royal household. So, you know, I'm not surprised that there were no public birthday wishes for Meghan. She is, of course, no longer a working royal.
All right, what about the rumours now? We keep talking about it and teasing about this reunion between Harry and the family. There was a little bit of chatter a couple of weeks ago about this, and we're hoping there's been some movement on it.
Oh, gosh. You and the rest of the media are obsessed with the idea of a royal reunion. Of course, we'd all like to see it happen. And there's a story every single day quoting unnamed sources. But, you know, that said, there are a few potential opportunities coming up. Harry is expected in London in September for the Well Child Awards. This is the charity he's patron of, and he always attends the awards. Could this be a chance for him to see his father face to face? It's been more than a year since they were together. You know, we remember Harry flew over very shortly after the King's cancer diagnosis. So perhaps that might be one opportunity. Okay. But the big opportunity everyone is talking about is some way off. July 2027, the Invictus Games is back in the UK. It's being held in Birmingham. Meghan and Harry will attend. And maybe they'll even bring the kids. Who knows?
That feels a while away.
Yes, but it could take that amount of time to agree to terms.
Yeah, at this rate, it
you might say.
Yeah. Well, I think it's more about finding time in the royals' diaries. If they get those invites in now, there's a chance.
Okay, all right. Well, in the meantime, a controversial new book is detailing Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein's friendship. This is the last thing Prince Andrew needs. But what are we learning about that?
Yeah, this is a very explosive new book. It's by Andrew Lowney, who I know, and he's a very well-respected royal biographer and literary agent. It's called Entitled, and it's a deep dive into the world of the Duke and Duchess of York, a sort of joint biography. And, of course, right at the heart of it is that Epstein friendship, which was the cause of Prince Andrew's fall from grace. He's looked at in a lot of detail. And Lowney is suggesting that Prince Andrew's links to Epstein began much earlier, continued longer, and were much more frequent than has been reported, and that he was involved in various parties, etc. It's pretty alarming stuff.
And how damaging could this be for him? Because it's not just the Epstein stuff; it's about like how he's behaved with women all the way through.
Yes, I mean, it is very damaging for sure. I mean, it's hard to think that Prince Andrew's reputation can be damaged further, but surely it can here. You know, it will be for Prince Andrew if he can prove that the allegations are not true. He can sue, of course. We haven't seen that so far. I think Prince Andrew is keeping well in the background. You know, the book also suggests that when William becomes king, he intends to break all royal ties with Andrew in a much more consequential way than his father has. And that will be, you know, a whole new era, I think, for the royal family.
Interesting. There's also another book focusing on Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh. She's been described as the family's secret weapon. What's this book going into in detail? Yeah,
this is a much more benign book. Sophie the Duchess of Edinburgh, written by celebrity biographer Sean Smith. Its subtitle is Saving the Royal Family, which I think is a little overblown, but Certainly, Sophie is becoming more of a public figure in royal work, as is her husband. And she always polls really well in popularity polls. Is she a silent supporter of the family? She's certainly a safe pair of hands. She was very close to the Queen, the late Queen, and Prince Philip. And I think she learned all about that sort of quiet, calm service and duty to royal life from them. And we're seeing that on display all the time now.
All right, Juliet, great insight. Can't wait for those books to come out. We'll see you soon. Thanks for
Juliet.
being here.
See you soon.
Pleasure.